Brian Bealers rounding them up. It's going to be December 3rd, for sale, 1967 Plymouth GTX Satellite Belvedere. This search request comes from one of our subscribers, and like this subscriber, if there's a classic car you're looking for, it's free and easy to do. Just subscribe to the channel below and drop in the comments the make and model you're looking for, and we'll round them up for you. So this is going to be my pick of the day right here. It's not the only one we found. The subscriber's request actually was for GTX. I added a couple satellites and Belvederes. So again, this would be my pick of the day, the one I'd go check out if I was looking to buy a 67 Plymouth GTX. So let's get started. It's going to be Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. I've put them in price order. I don't own any of these cars. I don't make up the prices. I've just simply put them in price order from lowest to highest. Then it's going to be our pick of the day. You see we've only got 3 on Craigslist. All the rest are going to be, or 4, including the one we're on right now. And then the rest are all going to be Facebook Marketplace. First one's going to be Tulsa. 1967 Plymouth Satellite. That's how you punch it in. $2,500. Been on here for 25 days. This is almost my pick of the day. If you follow the channel a lot, I like picking stuff that anybody can afford. But man, the floors are gone. It does have somewhat of a trunk pan in it, but there's no floor pans left. And it doesn't look like you're getting any seats. But I believe it has a title. So there you go. If you're looking for a title for one, it's got a rally wheel on the front on this side and on that side. So it looks like you're getting a couple magnums on there and a couple rally wheels. I don't know. Check him out. $2,500 is cheap for a title. I'm surprised it's still on here, to be honest with y'all. On to another one. It's going to be a 67 Plymouth GTX. $2,500, 24 weeks. So we've definitely showed this on a past episode of rounding them up, so it never hurts to watch old episodes rounding them up. You can always find cars like this that are still posted. So I know for sure we've showed this before. And it says Project Car Rat Rod Project. That's all you get. No title. Nothing about a title. On to another one. He did have quite a few photos, so let's just show the last photo there. There you go. Again, we showed that car on a past episode. This car might have been on a past episode before too. 1967 Plymouth GTX. It's going to be $4,800. Listed 4 weeks ago, Ohio. So it says 67 Plymouth GTX Project Roller. Solid foundation for what will be a great car. Was a 440 automatic AC. White with red and white interior. Good title. No fender tags. Frame rails are solid. So don't have no fender tags with it. That's what it says. And it looks pretty rough. Whole trunk was rotted out. That's not what you're getting. So this is, he's showing you what the car could look like. Now there's what it looks like. It's got nice floors in it. $4,800. So true GTX. Sounds like the engine trans is gone. So I don't know what matters if it was true GTX anymore or not when the engine trans is gone. But that's me. On to another one. This is a 1967 Plymouth Satellite for $69.95. This car looks great on the trailer, right? It is just a Satellite. Got the hubcaps on it. And it just looks great. All except for the boat anchor under the hood. So I never like these poly 318 Y blocks. I know I get a lot of hate about that. I get it. Hey, if you can get them to run good, good for you. And more power to your 318 poly Y block if that's what you like. I myself would scrap that, put a 383, at least a 383 in it. On to another one. It's going to be Portland. 1967 Plymouth GTX 2-door hardtop project car. That's what it says. $79.95. Looks like it was light blue. Someone's painted it red. Someone painted up the floor pans, which look extremely solid. Trunk looks solid. That looks like a solid car. So I'm digging the magnums on it. Says it's a real deal 67 Plymouth GTX 2-door hardtop project. Minus the engine and transmission. So like I said, I don't know what it matters if it was true GTX or not. If you don't have the original engine transmission, it's just as much as a clone as the next one. On to another one. No matter what them VIN numbers say. This is going to be Grand Rapids here, 1967 Plymouth GTX, $8,000. That's what they're asking for this one. Got magnums on it. It's got the interior in it. Actually, don't look bad. It's got a big block in it. Says it's got a 64 426 max wedge. New gas tanks, brakes, factory bent lines, runs and drives in the yard. Sat for 50 years. 1969 Charger heads, still have the original parts. Took off lots of California parts, fenders, the hoods, complete. One small hole. I don't know. There you go. There's what he was talking about. Got a whole other chassis of parts and stuff coming with it. $8,000. I'm not sure why you'd need it, but 17 days down here in Grand Rapids. Check him out. Looks like a pretty decent car. And for $8,000, you gotta love that. On to another one. It's gonna be a '67 Plymouth Satellite here, 8,500 bucks. Listed a week ago, Mississippi. It's just a Satellite. It's had radius rear wheel wells. Looks like it got some big wheels to throw on it there. So it looks like it might have been a drag car for a while. Does have a big block in it. And a 4-speed. So it's now a 440 4-speed car. Man, I'm loving this. 8,500 bucks. That should have been the pick of the day. What a cool car. It was a factory 3 4-speed manual. Now has a 440 in it. Can't get there fast enough to buy that. Been on here a week. Check him out. I didn't go through all the ads before looking at these, so that probably should have been the pick of the day right there by far. On to another one. It was just a Satellite. 1967 Satellite or Plymouth Belvedere GTX. That's how he's got it listed, and he wants $9,000. It's in New Jersey. I'd definitely rather have the other one that we just looked at. That's me. Go pay $9,000 for that one. That's closer to you. Then there you go. Says GTX 440 automatic 8 3/4. 223 numbers matching 440. So he's got the engine and trans. It sounds like it's just not in the car. On to another one. It's going to be a 1967 Plymouth Prowler. And a lot of these are listed under Prowlers. A lot of people don't know how to change the make and model when they don't see theirs in there. You just go to the bottom of it. When you're on Marketplace, list a car, and you're under make and model, and you don't see your model, go all the way to the bottom of the list. It'll hit other, and you can go back and type it in to say whatever you want it to say. So that's what you're seeing with these guys just picking Prowler. They don't know how to type in their own make and model. So real GTX project car. What you see is what you get. It has a 440 now with a 727. So I'm guessing that means non-numbered motor and trans. The motor's sitting on the bench. Well, there you go. That's what you're looking for. There's one with a 440 on the bench. We found one. Looked like it had quarter skins. Some really cheap outer quarter skins laying up on top of it. On to another one. It's going to be a 1967 Plymouth GTX for $10,000. So listed 3 weeks ago. Going to be in Massachusetts. And it's a 67 Plymouth GTX RS23L71's a fender tag. Build sheet blue on blue, 440 on the column. Got 323 sure grip. Power steering. This is a nice car. $10,000. Yeah, I'm loving that one. Obviously the engine wasn't in it, so you knew there had to be a catch somewhere, right? Did say 440 car. I don't know if he's got that engine or not. Hit him up. On to another one. We're now at 12,000. This is a nice looking Satellite too. 1967 Plymouth Satellite, $12,000, listed 11 weeks ago, Washington. Got the black steel wheels, white letters. I'm digging it. I like the color blue that it is. Did have a couple little holes here and there. They painted up the trunk. Interior looks like it's all in it. They've changed out the front seats. Still got power steering, 9-power brakes. It's got AC. I'm digging it, man. Nice car for $12,000. I think that might be a great deal. Check him out. 383, 727, 8 3/4. It says driver, but still plenty to do. On to another one. It's going to be a 1967 Plymouth GTX here, Wisconsin. If I go too quick, all you do is go to that area, punch in what you see in the title. You'll find them. These are all currently for sale as of December 3rd. $1,650 for this. Been on here 12 weeks. Says manual transmission, so you gotta love that. It's like a homemade hump though, but not a bad looking car, I guess. The roof's crushed. There you go. You're getting two cars. So that sweetens up the deal a little bit, right? Two rotted shells, $6,500. I'm not sure how we got out of price order with these. But this one looks like it's hitting the front end too. Oh, that one's definitely out of order because we were at 12 grand and now we got this 6,500 bucks, which looks like two cars. Two cars for one title. Barn collapse damage. 444 speed, not original. Sitting for 15 years. Motor turns over and stuck valve. Would consider trade. So you're getting both cars. Price is 6,500 bucks. I don't know, that might not be a bad deal. Wisconsin, for some rusty stuff, he's got it. This is going to be in Waco. 1967 Plymouth GTX 44727 with trailer and all my Mopar stuff. That's the way he posted it. 20 grand. See that picture run right there is a nice vertigate, right? 4-speed, all set up. Got some power steering pumps, another engine, another trans, some automatic shifters, a bunch of leaf springs, a rear end, some forks, intakes, flywheel, pressure plate, piles of parts, plus a car and a trailer. So there's the car. I dig the wheels. Radius, the back end, it's all set up, ready to turn key. So there you go. Looking for one big setup. Take all his Mopar stuff for 20 grand. 16 days ago. Does say sale pending. On to another one. That was a lot of stuff, right? For 20,000. Trailer looked pretty decent. 1967 Plymouth GTX 444 speed car. That's what we got here. 20 grand again, listed 2 days ago. It's going to be a PA. Yeah, it was a 444 speed factory, but it's not in the car. He doesn't show you pictures of it. It did show you that there's rot in the floors and in the trunk, had sections already cut out. So the battery was set up in the trunk as well. There's the description if you want to read it out. It does say it's a true 4-speed car, Dana rear end. You got to dig that. On to another one. Be a 1967 Plymouth Prowler again. Arizona, 20 grand. That's what he's got posted as. Prowler, not a satellite. But what a nice car. That thing almost got pick of the day. I'm digging the hubcaps. Digging the wheels. For sure, the blue paint. Looks stock. The only thing I see I don't like is these hood pens. Those look like they stuck them right on the core support. It's going to be listed 10 weeks ago, Arizona. It's got a 383 in it. And that's about it. That's about all it says. Asking 20,000. Runs great. Yeah, that's a nice looking car. On to another one. We are at 20,000 now. Now we're at 22.5. 67 Belvedere Plymouth GTX clone. Posted 2 weeks ago in New York. I like the American Racing wheels. I don't know about the carbon fiber hood. It's definitely different. Kind of like the paint. I like the Plymouth down the side with the black top. Burnt orange paint. Looks pretty good. Is it 22.5? I don't know. How bad do you want one? It is a clone. So apparently it has GTX emblems on it, but I didn't see them. It said GTX in the back seat. On to another one. This will be a 1967 Plymouth Satellite. 25,000 we're at now. Listed 4 weeks ago, Arkansas. This car looks beautiful. So if yellow and black's what you're looking for, and there's a nice one. 25,000, man. That's a pretty nice car. 25,000. Didn't show you under the hood, so what we got in it for an engine? Probably no engine at all, right? It says 40 over 383. I don't like the way they painted the grille and the headlight bezels. On to another one. This will be a 67 Plymouth GTX clone. 27.5 New York. 16 weeks it's been on here. I dig the white, black stripes, Magnum 500s. Awesome air cleaner. Got the double snorkels, non-powered brakes. It's got AC in it. It's got power steering in it. White buckets, original steering wheel. I'm loving it, man. Beautiful looking car. 27.5. Not sure why we'd have to look any higher than that unless a 4-speed's your thing. I don't know if we got any 4-speeds coming up or not. I really didn't look at these cars that are above 40,000. So let's check them out. 1967 Plymouth Prowler. Again, how he's got it listed 4 days ago, Texas. 42,000 for this car. It's 4-speed. So after seeing this, I don't know how you could want one any higher than 42,000. It's a beautiful car. Black on black. Beautiful dash. Beautiful wheel. I'm digging it. It's got a 478 cubic inch stroker engine. 435 horse, 520 pounds of torque, 2.5-inch exhaust, Dana 60 rear end. Yep, best of everything, right? Asking 42,000 or best offer. I don't know why we went any higher, but we did. On to another one. 1967 Plymouth Belvedere GTX, 45,000 PA. It's another black one. This could be a true GTX, numbers matching, and I mean that would justify some of that 45,000, right? 67 Plymouth GTX, the 440 automatic power steering, passed PA inspection, was professionally repainted black lacquer in the 90s. Originally a yellow car, ready to drive. Didn't say nothing about being original engine and trans, but he did mention it's not the original color. Yeah, I don't see the money there, man. I like the last one better, honestly, the 4-speed. On to another one. It's going to be a 1967 Plymouth GTX, 55.5, listed 18 weeks ago, New York. Red with the black stripes, red line tires, Magnum 500s, beautiful steering wheel, beautiful air cleaner. No AC on this one. Could be a true all numbers match. Says Survivor car, 440 automatic, 67,797 miles. That sounds like original drivetrain to me. Is it worth 55,000? I don't know. How bad do you want one with all the numbers matching? On to another one. It's been 1967 Plymouth Prowler again. Nobody got these cars right. Even these guys asking for 65,000 listed it as a Prowler. Yep, listed 14 weeks ago, San Diego, California. This one did have power brakes. Got AC on there too. Living in San Diego, California, you gotta have air, right? It's got new style wheels on it. It actually looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, but I don't see pretty good 65,000 good. But if you do and it's your area, check them out. All you're going to have to do is drive it to the car show and put gas in it. Wax it every now and again. On to another one. It's going to be another 1967 Plymouth GTX. He got this one listed right. 55,000 for this car. Listed 15 weeks ago, Minnesota. I dig the Keystones. And it's a convertible. He didn't put that in the title. So yep, you're looking for a Tommy Boy car. There it is. Top down, top up. You know how I appreciate that when someone's got a convertible and listing it. You definitely got to have the top up like that in photos and down. So I'm surprised that car is still on there if that's what you're looking for. 55,000 is in the budget. I think it'll look better with some Magnum 500s. Not that I don't like Keystones, but on to another one for 55,000. So this is going to be the highest one we went to. 1967 GTX. It says frame off restored. 68,000. So it says frame off restored 440 Super Commando 727. Absolutely mint restoration. So it doesn't get no better than that, right? Looks like it was in a magazine before. So I don't see it going over 70,000, but I don't know. We had some expensive cars in some of our searches tonight, especially the Super Bs. So you can see why some of the prices I've found on these and the other Chrysler search we've done tonight, why the Super Bs were just so overpriced. But these had some high priced cars too. Don't get me wrong. These cars definitely carry some value. So this is my pick of the day. If I was going to buy one, this is the one I'd go check out. Because every time I think of a 67 Plymouth GTX, and that's what our search was here, that's what this is, I think of a Hemi. So this one's got a Hemi in it. It's a 59.5 is the price. 4 weeks ago, Alabama got the pick of the day. So I never pick a car at the price of 60,000, but this thing is what it says. It's beautiful. 67 Plymouth GTX. It's original, a 440 4-speed car that's now got a 426 Hemi automatic. So I don't like the automatic part, but I love the Hemi part. And again, when I think of one of these cars, I always think of it having a Hemi in it. So this one's absolutely beautiful. And the engine looks absolutely beautiful. So if it runs as nice as it looks, I'd have to say we're looking at some big money right here. Check him out. Thanks for looking. It's $59.5 is the price. So again, it's probably the highest price that we've had in a long time on rounding them up, because I'm usually picking that very first car we looked at for $2,500. And it really could be just as nice as this, because this isn't a factory Hemi car. It's just what I think of when I think of these old 67 GTXs. I don't think of the 440 4-speed ones as much as I do as just a Hemi one. So that's my pick of the day, and that's why it's my pick of the day. Honestly, can't get there fast enough to buy this one. It had a title, $2,500. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all the requests. Thanks for all the new subs. If you're digging what we're doing, hit that big thumbs up. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.